Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome everybody to the November Venture Forum meeting. For those of you who've seen and been to the meetings before, we typically have a number of speakers, which we'll get to, but this month we've got the pleasure of doing what we've done on an annual basis for a number of years, which is presenting the Kalenian Award. And I'll be introducing a couple folks to present that, but we've got a number of Kalenian Award applicants here, so I'd like to just have anybody that's an applicant for the Kalenian Award, please stand so we can recognize them and their innovation. I want to say thank you all, and I'm sure Paul will be talking about thanking you all for applying as well. But to make the introduction of Paul Kalenian for the award, I want to introduce Michael Ginsberg. Mike's the Dean of the Foisey School of Business. Mike has been here for all of 4 months, I believe, since August, so he's an expert at WPI. If you've got any questions about WPI, feel free to ask him anything. For those who don't know, he was formerly the Dean of the Business School at American University and Yeshiva University, as well as the University of Delaware. And he's we don't hold this against him, but he's an MIT undergrad, and he's also got his PhD in management from MIT. So with that, I'd like to all have you give a warm welcome to Michael Ginsberg.
Thank you, Joe. It's really a pleasure to be here. I've heard about the Venture Forum, and this is the first time I get to see you all here. It's really quite exciting. We had a meeting this afternoon to talk about the ecosystem for innovation and entrepreneurship at WPI, and this is clearly an important part of it. It's quite an extensive and exciting ecosystem, and I'm sure we'll hear, I'm sure you know more about it than I do, having probably been here longer. As Joe said, we were opening tonight with what is an annual WPI tradition that recognizes innovators and entrepreneurs with the Kalenian Award. The Kalenian Award was created through the generosity of Alba Kalenian, the wife of Aram Kalenian, who was in the class of 1933. Aram was a prolific inventor. He held more than 48 patents in the aircraft and machine tool industry. Tonight, we're very, very honored to have his son, Paul Kalenian, with us in the audience, who's going to talk to us about the award. Paul is also an inventor, holds numerous patents in biomass combustion, emissions control, and high-pressure coffee extraction. I can ask him about that one. So both father and son have invented, have patented, have employed, and the focus of this award is really to encourage WPI's students, faculty, alumni, and friends to follow that same path. So it's now my great pleasure to introduce Paul Kalenian, who will talk to us and present the Kalenian Awards. Please join me in welcoming Paul.
I'm always very, very pleased to be here on this day to honor my father. And prior to that, of course, I spent a few weeks looking into the minds of an awful lot of students, engineers, entrepreneurs sitting in front of me. And it's really, I am constantly amazed at the inventiveness and the depth of work that goes on here at the school. My father used to, well, unfortunately my father passed away when I was 23. I was a student here at Worcester Tech. But my father used to discuss with me the concept of immortality because he well knew that the concept of perpetual energy was more difficult. And he used to give as an example John F. Kennedy and Lee Harvey Oswald. And both are immortal, one through a lifetime of work and one through a moment of violence. And the people here who have applied for the Kleinian Award, and this year we had 27 applications from 70 different people. And I must also thank Gina Betty for organizing this and also helping the applicants become concise with that which they would like to spend a part of their lifetime doing. This year, normally we give one, maybe two awards, and this year, because of the volume, and I'm hoping that there's some prestige to the award in all of your futures, more than the money. I'm also hoping that the education that you get here at the school is an example of my father's desire for immortality, because once a year, beyond his life, his name is mentioned in a favorable way. And I think that each of you are capable of that. And you look at the education that the school gives you, and it's a duty, I think. And this is a very focused group of not only engineers, but people who would like to become entrepreneurs, meaning I'd like to start a business, I'd like to get patents, I'd like to employ. And you folks are, in my opinion, the cream of the crop. And I'm quite pleased to be here. So having said all that, let me, and tonight, because of time, if the folks are here who are the recipients of the award, if you can just come on up and present yourselves. There are 4 groups, and I'd like to say a few words about each. It was very difficult this year to decide amongst the groups, but and in no particular order. The Visicol program we're giving an award to. This revolves around a chemical that was developed by the recipient that allows greater depth perception into tissue that has been removed for biopsy. So instead of doing multiple thin cuts, it's allowing hundreds of layers of normal cutting away to be looked at all at once, and it allows the person doing the exam to more clearly see what's going on with the tissue. So Nick Kreider and Tom Villani, if you are here, I'd like to have you come up. And pardon me if I mispronounce your names, because some of them, they get a little more difficult from there.
They're in New Jersey and their plane is delayed. They don't know they won the
Okay.
award, so they're trying to get it.
Okay. The second award, which I thought was quite interesting, is a cost-effective herbal cancer treatment, Pamela Weathers. And I was quite pleased to see this. I do think that some forms of herbal medicine actually can work, and I'm always pleased to see people taking paths like this. So if Pamela's here, we'd also like to have her come up. Please. Very nice work. The third award is for a cell phone-based microscope for diagnosing malaria. I thought this was a rather innovative use of standing on another technology's shoulders, and I think that's what invention is that you look at things and you say, why are they this way and not this way? and you make adaptations of existing technologies, or you merge technologies to create something entirely new. This is Taylor Flaxington's concept, and is he here tonight? All right. And then the fourth one, which, please, come up.
There are actually 3 people on the team.
I was looking at just the front cover.
2 of us are
actually Venice. Okay.
on IQP.
Oh.
So, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your work.
Just announce your name.
Yeah, I'm Ben Pulver.
And Elzani Fonsale.
Thank you. Please. The fourth award, which I'm particularly interested in, is a grant to start a new facility here at Worcester Tech, which will help each of you eventually sell your business, and it will help guide your business. I have started a number of businesses, brought them to merger and acquisition companies who typically take 6% of the commission. That can be considerable money, millions of dollars. And if Worcester Tech had a merger and acquisition department that helped encourage you folks who have started businesses as to the guidance to how to build that business to a certain dollar volume, how to make a certain level of profit, how to make it appealing to someone else who would take over your business, I think that that's a wonderful use of a WPI education, because it essentially, it frees you up with some money to go out and do something else. And most of you are going to be serial entrepreneurs. And one of the things you want the least is to be stuck with a business, whether it's successful or very successful or marginally successful, that you're no longer intrigued with. Because as soon as you're not intrigued, why do it? And I wouldn't say that to a wide audience, but that's a little secret about being an entrepreneur, is you get to do what you want to do every day, and every day is really, really interesting. So to have, since you received your education from Worcester Tech and you trusted them for the period of time you were here, why not come back to the school and say, I have this business, and it does this, this, and this, and I'd like to sell it. And can you help me monetize it? Worcester Tech would earn a commission. They missed out on a few $1 million of commissions in some of the businesses I've sold. And it comes back to the school. And then maybe each of you can do this, which is become immortal. Because I'm not, believe me, Einstein, Edison, I'll never be famous. But through a program like this, you can be mentioned once a year, and you live, therefore, forever. And that's sort of like perpetual energy. So the professors, and I must say I'm not going to do well with some of the names, Huang Higgins, Fabian Miller, and Kevin Sweeney. And if you folks are here, I'd like to shake your hand. That concludes the larger than ever Polinian Award this year. Please keep on thinking and seeing needs and filling those needs and getting patents and making money, and come back to the school. Thank you.